Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded Heroes Report. Hope you guys had a great weekend. WWE has issued a press release today promoting the company's Raw's live event, FedEx Forum, Memphis, Tennessee on Sunday, January 9th. John Cena's cousin, Juan, the legendary Mexican wrestler, is advertised to appear at the event. Whoopee! WWE Raw World Tour is coming to the FedEx January 9th. Tickets go on sale December 4th, 10 a.m. We want to go see JUAN Cena. Alright, tickets, by the way, start at $15. Fans won't want to miss the lineup of this is their spiel they're giving, of their favorite Raw stars, including JUAN Cena, John Cena's cousin, and legendary Mexican wrestler. Plus, they got The Miz, Randy Orton, card subject to change. Be sure to bring electrifying entertainment to the crowd. All them people will. A video surfaced online of Hall of Famer Howard Finkel emceeing a couple's wedding. And if you can find it, they do a little bit of WWE stuff, you know, entrance themes and things like that there. Lance Storm confirmed on his post, or on a post anyway, fans.wwe, I guess.com, that he has launched an official Facebook fan page. In case you want to get to that, John Cena noted on his Twitter account that he's stopped by the site of tonight's Raw this afternoon, and he plans to attend the show with a ticket. Cheap sucker, didn't even take, not taking nobody with you? Hell, I'd like to go. Man. So he says, love it here in Philly, he wrote, got my ticks and stopped by the arena earlier to say hi to old pals. Like he hadn't seen them in years. He says tonight will be fun. Fox's Orlando-based affiliate TV channel 35 has a piece on Orlando Mayor. I think I mentioned that going after the Hall of Fame, trying to get that there, and I think they'll probably will put that in Orlando. All right, Kofi Kingston, Dashing Cody Rhodes, Alberto Del Rio did the qualifying match for King of the Ring. We got a lot of new stuff coming up that way tonight. Oh, by the way, don't forget, hour early tonight. All right, today's Zanman.com features an article written by a mother concerned over the violent nature of WWE product, denying that her son's plea to attend the company's first ever show in Turkey held November 14th. I just want to go over that because it's kind of strange how people are. It says, some of the parents of my son's classmates who regularly watch shows featuring fighting have told me while they do not like the fact that their children watch shows that glorify violence, they feel that they have no choice in the matter, says Kathy Hamilton. They complain they feel that it is nothing they can do about the situation, because if they try to change the channel or tell their children to turn the television off, they find themselves with the opposition of howls and protests from the youngsters. When we've talked amongst ourselves about concerns of what our children watch, a few of the parents have been surprised to discover that I have completely banned such shows in our house, both television and through the internet. While the results is what I hear protests from my son about unfairness of my rule, as long as I stand firm, stay constant with my decision, he knows no matter what, how much whining he tries, there will be no exceptions to the rule for such shows. So there, parents are getting strict again? Well, somebody just needs to take it, just what the crap. Anyway, this week's marks the 20th anniversary of the day The Undertaker debuted in World Wrestling Entertainment. WWE.com salutes his 2 decades of destruction with a big feature. I want to check on their site. All right, the Daily Mirror in the UK has a video up concerning Bret Hart. Anyway, Bret hints that he wants to be involved in a current feud with David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd on Raw. He said, personally, I think the story is needs to be more evolved, and there's a real human interest story about their childhood, growing up in wrestling, that doesn't need to be rushed. So he wants to take their time. That way, he's got a job longer. Cody Rhodes, he revealed in an interview with WWE Magazine that the contents of his brother's Goldust forthcoming book, Crossroads was surprising to him. He said, I've heard my dad's stories. I thought he said, I saw the DVD, but I've heard some of the Goldust stories he hadn't heard before. He said, but even being his brother, there's much that I haven't heard. He said, I actually think it's going to be a shock to readers. When asked to dish out some dirt on the book, Rhodes said Goldust openly discussed working and traveling with Marlena. Remember her, the little short Spitfire woman that China shook the crap out of as soon as China showed up. She was in the crowd at that time. China was. Anyway, Crossroads is one of the dirty secret books, I guess. He said anyone who's a Goldust fan will find a lot of it interesting. By the way, Jerry the King Lawler celebrates his birthday today, turns 61. Mean Gene Okerlund also, he turns 68, while former WWE champion John Bradshaw Layfield is 44. Remember him? But anyway, between 61 and 68, there's like 7 years. Look at the difference between Lawler and Mean Gene. All right, little info here you may not care about. Percy Pringle, also Hall Bear, noted on his blog the other night that his father was involved in an accident with his car. His car popped out of gear and ran over his foot. After being taken to the evaluated at the emergency room, it was discovered that he had not a broken bone in his foot. The sucker was sore though. All right, The Miz is on hand in Philadelphia marketplace today, advertising and promoting the 3-hour Raw. Joey Styles, he's working on as a regular employee now of the World Wrestling Entertainment. Even though his contract has expired, his role remains the same as WWE Creative Liaison. See, he was a performer, you know, when he was doing the announcing and stuff. So he had 2 different contracts going. NXT fans, AJ's Getting the Boot Diary has been posted online in case you want to watch it. See it. Now that Joey Styles free agent from his talent contract, he can do other, things too, and use his own name. Styles right now is selling T-shirts. Don't get in line now. It's going to be a long one. Might as well just sit and wait. But anyway, he's selling T-shirt, mouse pads, iPhone cases, and other items featuring, of all things, his face and his trademark, "Oh my God!" Anyway, it's at WWE cafepress.com/Joyce Cafe, CAFEPRESS.com/Joyce Styles. It said that Vince McMahon is starting to take more of an active role in WWE again now that the election's over and Linda lost her bid. Tonight's 3-hour Raw. Oh, by the way, John Cena is used as a regular. He uses the John Cena theme music in his matches at WWE live events in Salisbury, Maryland the other night. The 3-hour Raw from Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center is going to be an 8-man King of the Ring tournament. It includes the usual suspects. And tonight's Raw is going to begin an hour early, which we see Miss USA Rama Baki, I don't know, as a special guest star. Other SmackDown stars are going to be advertised as Kane, Edge, Rey Mysterio. Advertised locally, it's going to be Cena versus Wade versus Randy Orton versus The Miz in a fatal 4-way for WWE title. We won't get to see that, but people in tow will. And it's expected that JUAN CENA is going to be making his WWE TV debut, appearing at the live event in Maryland. Rather, he made his live appearance there. Cena wrote on the Twitter last night, "Juan was there tonight." He said, "I just was in the crowd supporting him. Now I'm off to Philly." Cena also said on his Twitter that he would have front row tickets I was telling you about tonight. The developmental wrestler Jackson Andrew beat Goldust in a clothesline, with a clothesline on the live event in Salisbury, Maryland. Andrews and Goldust also worked a dark match prior to the. He must have like the clothesline from hell or something, I guess. All right, what else have I got? Juan dons a purple and yellow mask, by the way, and he also's got armbands and some wristbands, all matching and stuff, and it just kind of looks like Jeff Hardy's belt would go with it too. Real nice. Hey, thank you guys for clicking, and I gotta go.